Okay. And we are live. Okay. Mic check 1, 2, 2. You hear me, Lindsey?
I hear you, Raven. Can you hear me?
You hear me, Lindsey? I hear you great. All righty, all righty, all righty. So we are just waiting on for a few people to come in. We wanted to welcome everybody to the party. Woo! I am super excited. Almost 2021. Are you excited?
I'm super excited.
What are you looking forward to most into 2021?
I'm looking forward to new opportunities, to networking, and to just being in the moment for some things. I feel like I haven't been in the moment that much in 2020 because of all the, hoopla going on. How about you?
No, I can totally relate to that as well. Just 2020 has been it's been a year. It's been quite the experience, and I'm super excited to have the opportunity to give back, to engage, to really walk in my purpose coming up into 2021.
And I'm in complete agreement with you there.
Okay.
Just waiting for everybody to come in the room, you all.
Any fun things you have planned to bring in the new year? What you got going on?
I think I'm gonna hang out with my brother and sister-in-law. They
Okay.
are doing a few things, and I just wanted to hang with them. Nothing special though. How about you?
Same, eating some food. One thing I'm super excited about is we got lobster tails. So I've been wanting some lobster tails. So I do get to bring in the
What?
new year with some lobster tails. So and you know what? It's crazy. I feel like when as a kid, I thought you could only get lobster tails when you went to the restaurant, like Red Lobster, for real, for real. I was like, so you can
Really?
buy them yourself and bring them home? Yes, apparently so. So
Nice, 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 nice.
I'm super, 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 super excited. And we're going to give it a few more minutes, y'all, and wait on a couple of people to join us. But yeah, I'm super excited about 2021. And I heard like the ball drop is going to be different this year too. So that's
Really? What's going to be
that's
different about it?
it's going to be apparently in a very abbreviated ball drop. We
Hmm.
see someone just entered. So please, we welcome you. Let us know who you are, where you're from. When you enter, just chat us because we want to know who's all on the line. So let us know, whoever just entered. Welcome, welcome,
Yeah.
welcome. We're about to get started. Share with a friend. Let them know it's going down. Welcome to the party, party, party. We don't have a lot of music, so we're gonna be singing for y'all tonight.
Welcome to the party, y'all.
Yeah, let us know who you are. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Garrett, Garrett. Oh, it's good for you to be here. So happy you're here. Is this the Garrett that Raven went to college with, that I went to college with? Let me know. I feel like that's who the Garrett is. We were like lab partners or something, or project partners for
Yeah, I wonder
something.
who that is.
Let me know if that's you. Thanks for joining tonight.
Yes, thank you.
And let us know if you have any New Year's plans in the chat. We're excited. We're thinking about what our New Year's plans are and how we can make sure that We have a good time. We have a good time tomorrow night. So if you have any, oh, you didn't expect me to remember. Of course, of course, of course I do. Of course I do. Yes, absolutely. I never forget a good soul. Never forget a good soul. Absolutely.
Nice.
Thank you so much for joining. It's good to, I hope you're well and I hope everything is going good with you. Well, we don't want to take up any more of your time. Thank you so much for joining. I know we were going to have a few people probably sliding in late. People are getting in those last minute New Year's parties, things. And also too, we want to let everyone know that this will be on YouTube as well. If you ever want to go back and watch it and or share this with a friend, someone who may be interested to learn more about what we do, who we are, and who we help. So I'm going to just get the party started. So
Okay.
who are we? Yes. So we are the startup specialists. We teach new and aspiring entrepreneurs how to set up their businesses. And that is everything from mindset, strategy and frameworks, online branding, paid and organic traffic, automation, and execution. So mindset, this masterclass, that is, why so many people said, you know what, I got to get my mind right in 2021. We believe that you can't succeed in business and life if you don't have intentional goals. The biggest results and highest impact come from mastering your mindset, mastering your mindset. And you can't have, I heard this amazing quote earlier this morning. So I was like, I have to talk about it tonight. You can't have an abundantly free life with a blocked mind. You can't, it's just impossible. The next thing is strategy and frameworks. So if you're looking to set up funnels for your business, if you're looking to create your website, do the back end for your website, do the design for your website, the flow, the user friendliness of your website, we got you. Freebies. So if you're trying to figure out what's the best type of offer to present to a potential client, is it different email funnels? Is it video series? Is it an ebook? That's something we can help with. Online branding. We have a brand guide. So you can visit our website at thestartupspecialist.com. That is where our brand guide is. And we have a beautiful book. And it's all about how do you create an experience? How do you create an experience for a particular customer? So it's your voice, your vibe, your look and feel. And it's the experience people have when they interact with you as a person. So, we have some people who may be listening to this who are not business owners and they have no desire to be business owners. But you have to remember, you are a brand. You are the brand of you. I'm the brand of Raven M. Harris. Lindsey's the brand of Lindsey Henderson. You are a brand. So that's just something to keep in mind. The next thing is paid and organic traffic and marketing. So there's whole courses around paid advertisements, Pinterest ads, Facebook ads. I heard someone also say there is no it doesn't matter how great your ability is if you don't have visibility. Visibility. Do people know you exist? Do people know you exist? Even if you are someone who's not in business, but you're looking to grow your career. Can I find you on LinkedIn? Can I find the different works you've put out? If you're an artist, can I find your work? If you're a photographer, can I go on Upwork and book your services? So know how to best market yourself. The next thing is, again, up under traffic is organic traffic. And there's so many different ways of organic traffic. There's social media. There's different platforms you can position yourself on, and we can help you figure out which platform is best for you. Is it Facebook? Is it LinkedIn? Is it Instagram? And now the newest rave that everybody's like addicted to, Clubhouse. And yes, it is totally, totally, totally addicting. So how do you use these different platforms to really market, yourself and or your services or your business? We can help you. And of course, the best marketing is word of mouth. It's still good old fashioned word of mouth. And then last but not least, automation and execution. You know, processes are what gets stuff done. You have to remember to keep the main thing the main thing. You can easily get lost and overwhelmed and having so much to do as you establish yourself that you do nothing, aka analysis paralysis. So we have an entire free course. It's on our website. All you have to do is click the start button after you go to our website, thestartupspecialist.com. Again, it's the startup specialist with an S.com. We have an entire free course and it's called Start Smart. And I'm telling you, this will be amazing as we go into 2021. You got to start smart. And of course, we help you whether you are in the green stages of starting your business and it's just kind of something you've been thinking about, or you're a little more advanced. So one of the things that we say is our motto is we can take you from idea to execution. And then last but not least, if you are listening to this and you're like, you know what, I'm not a business owner. We are very focused on holistic well-being. Hence, the foundation of everything we do is focused on empowerment and education for financial and time freedom. So if you're not an entrepreneur or have no interest in business, this is still very helpful for you as you set your intentions for 2021. And that is a great segue into why we're here tonight.
Yes. So just really quickly, my why. The short answer is to help people become the best versions of themselves, right? And to not just exist, but to live their life and to live intentionally at that. And also, too many people are just going through the motions in life and never really take the time to do whatever they want to do in life, like they follow their dreams. So, my goal with the startup specialist and with myself is to help everyone be able to follow their dreams and follow it fiercely. So, going right into the agenda for tonight, we have mindset, we have time management and goal setting, we have self care and our morning routines. Those are very important. We have personal growth and personal development. And then lastly, we're going to touch on some life and purpose. We have a fun filled, information packed session tonight. So let's get right into it. So, first things first, we're talking about mindset and specifically the mindset of a champion. So, what's that? So, first, we're talking about abundance mindset versus scarcity mindset. So, abundance mindset is a scarcity mentality. A scarcity mentality sees limitations versus opportunity. Okay. So, when you just got laid off from a job, a scarcity mindset says, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And wallows in self pity. While a abundance mindset says, oh my goodness, I had my whole life ahead of me, and now I can figure out exactly what I want to do with all this newfound time. So that's the abundance versus scarcity mindset. Along with that, things to remember is, as far as abundance, there's room at the top for everyone. There's no need to be jealous or weary of other people's success because there's room for you too. And also choose your friends, associates, and people you generally hang with carefully, because you want to make sure they share those same feelings. You want to make sure the people around you want you to succeed just as much as you want them to succeed. And moving right along with the abundance versus scarcity mindset, the next one is control your thoughts, right? So who here has had, problems with controlling your thoughts? I'm sure everyone, right? So I know I have. And some of the issues I have is self-limiting beliefs and imposter syndrome. So self-limiting beliefs are assumptions and perceptions about yourself that hold you back from doing what you know you should be doing. And imposter syndrome is this deep feeling like you're a fraud and like all your talents and skills aren't real and someone's going to out you that you're a fraud. So, how do you overcome those feelings? So, first, you can reframe your thinking. Okay. So, when you feel yourself feeling these feelings of self doubt, feeling these feelings of I'm inadequate, or whatever other feelings you have in that realm, you reframe your thought. I am enough. I'm not too old. I'm not, I have plenty of education. I have everything I need to be successful. And then just, it's normal to have self doubts. It's normal to be insecure about some things. But what differentiates those who are successful from those who are not is that when you feel doubt, you do it anyway, and you don't let that stop you from your actions. So the next thing we have is discipline. So under discipline, you have to fight procrastination and you have to fight self-sabotage. So what's procrastination? It's essentially when you have trouble persuading yourself to do the things you know you should do. So who here has had issues with procrastination? Raven, a little bit.
Of course, of course, of course.
Yeah,
Not anymore. Not going into 2021.
I agree. I agree. But wasting time when you should be doing something meaningful is not good. Not good. So I'll tell you a quick story. Has anyone ever procrastinated to the point of panic? So I have. So once I was supposed to be catching a flight, and I think the flight was around 3 o'clock or 5 o'clock, and I was living around DC, so the traffic is horrible. So it got to be around. I didn't do anything that morning. I was just wasting time scrolling the gram or something, and soon enough, 12:30 hit, and I was like, I got in the shower, and before you know it, I'm heading up the road, and I realized I'm not going to make this flight. You have to be an hour. You be there an hour before, and even when I got there, it was like a half an hour before. They was like, we're not accepting you. So I was in a state of panic. I was rushing, and all for what? Because I just didn't get up earlier and do what I had to do earlier. So not worth it. Not worth it at all. So how to overcome procrastination? You have to personally vision your goals for the day. You have to see yourself doing it and make a mental note of it. And then instead of having a to-do list that may include weeks, months, whatever, just have a to-do today and maybe even a to-do for the hour. That way you don't have to think that far in advance. If you really have a problem with procrastination, you can give yourself incremental things to do. Okay. And then lastly, you should do weekly check-ins or weekly meetings with yourself and see how far you got along with how you accomplish your task, how you did all your personal growth, and see what you could have done better for the future, for the next week. And the next one is fight self-sabotage under discipline. So self-sabotaging behavior is essentially your logical mind and your subconscious mind being in conflict. So for instance, your logical mind might tell you, eat healthy, that's what you're supposed to be doing, and save money. But your subconscious mind might tell you, I'm going to eat chocolate cake all day, I'm going to binge eat, and I'm going to go and spend all this money online. So they're opposing thoughts. How to overcome self-sabotage is understand what it is. So your brain has a defense mechanism that wants it to avoid pain. This is ancient defense mechanism to avoid pain, anything that might cause fear, anything that might cause harm or cause you to be uncomfortable. The problem is in today's age, a lot of things that make you money, that make you successful, are going to cause you to be at least somewhat uncomfortable. So you have to really work to push through that as in the modern age and overcome those internal beliefs that your brain has for it, right? So you have to recognize your self-sabotaging habits too, like what I mentioned before, your negative self-talk, your limiting beliefs, your procrastination, and perfectionism. That can also be limiting in that if you never do anything unless it's perfect, you'll never do anything. And then identify the root causes of your self-sabotage. Because a lot of times, self-destructive habits come from self-doubt and come from a lack of self-worth. So you have to really focus on that so you can get to the root cause and then fix the problem. So For instance, you might not feel like you deserve success. Why is that? You have to address that before you can move forward and improve. And then take time for self-reflection and fix it. Lastly, how to have the mindset of a champion is never stop learning, right? So you have to concentrate on learning and development above all. You should always be growing and avoid entertainment and distractions as much as possible. So one thing a lot of people have trouble with, me included, is escapism. And that's essentially where you have the tendency to seek distractions instead of face reality or unpleasant truths. All right. So watching TV, playing video games, listening to the radio, sleeping when you know you should be working. Those are all examples of escapism. How you can fight escapism? You can make real life fun. So for instance, if you love watching TV, instead of watching something that doesn't help you, watch a educational video. Some suggestions I have, like on YouTube, is Impact Theory. It's this show called Sleepers for Suckers, and they have a bunch of information on there that can help entrepreneurs grow. But I don't feel like I'm wasting my life watching that. Instead of watching, like, I don't know, Dr. Phil or something, watch something that's actually going to improve your life. So next is redefine what it means to escape. So most people escape into, again, like something fictional. Instead, read a nonfiction book that's actually going to help you. Raven told me this a while ago, but if you read 5 books on the subject, you're already more of an expert than most people. So taking that
Because
time
most
instead of
people don't read. Yes,
that
yes.
part, that part. So most people don't even read anyway. So if you're just reading and gaining knowledge, you can be ahead of all your peers. So just read instead of wasting, not, it's not a waste to read novels sometimes, but most of the time you can improve yourself very quickly by just absorbing a book or 2 or 5. So, and lastly, identify what you are trying to avoid and why. So most people are trying to avoid their problems, and running from your problems aren't going to fix them. Watching, binge watching a movie on Netflix, a show on Netflix isn't going to fix your problems. So you have to face them head on. Just a quick example, quick aside of something I had to fix with escapism. So I love movies, I love TV sitcoms, and yeah, I just love that. However, I realized it might have been a form of escapism. So how did I fix it? I realized the problem first, then I modified my habit. So I'm never gonna not love movies and not love TV. I'm not gonna make myself miserable by completely cutting it out, but I gave myself 1 hour a day to watch something of entertainment. And that's if and only if I've gotten everything else I needed to do out of the way. So after I get all my work, all my stuff I had to accomplish, I'll give myself an hour of TV time. So for instance, right now, I think I recently started Game of Thrones, and I don't think I'm gonna finish it until like March or April because it's so long and I'm being disciplined. And that's like my reward after a long day of hard work. I get to watch some Game of Thrones. And sometimes I don't watch it and I really want to, but that's my sacrifice for myself so that I can have a reward system kind of. And so I can just make sure I'm accomplishing all my goals. So everything in moderation, you all. If you love popcorn, but you know it's not good for you because you put all that butter on it, maybe once a week. And just do whatever you need to do to give your reward system so your procrastination, your doesn't get in the way of your success. And then now we're gonna do a quick activity if you all are ready. So I need you to get some pen and paper really fast and write down what's something you struggle with daily. So I'll tell you mine real quick, and it's on there. Comparing yourself to others. So write that down. Now I want you to search on Google, on your phone, wherever you have an extra tab open, for quotes regarding that topic. So I would search quotes on comparing yourself to others. So what I came up with was comparison is the thief of joy. Okay. So screenshot that, screenshot your quote, whatever it is. And the next step is save that quote in your phone to an album called Daily Affirmations. All right. Now, what you're gonna do, you're gonna look up everything that you have a daily struggle with, have a daily problem with. You're gonna screenshot a quote about it or some advice from it, and you're gonna save it in that album. Then every day when you wake up, you look at that. That way, you're starting your day off already conquering your struggles. So you can start that today. You can start that tomorrow. You can start that for the new year. But just make sure every day you're starting off conquering whatever is bothering you. So no more daily struggles. Now you have daily affirmations. You're going to fight those internal feelings with. And now we're moving on to the next topic.
All right, so we've had a few people join us. Please let us know, where you're joining us from and who you are. And we are super excited that you are here. So let us know in the chat. We had a couple people join since we started. So let us know who you are and welcome, welcome, welcome. So goal setting. So we talked earlier about when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That is one of the most famous quotes by the Benjamin Franklin. Mm-hmm. So does anyone here regularly practice goal setting? Give me a thumbs up or a number one sign, something in the chat to let me know you regularly practice goal setting. If not, if I see nothing, crickets, I'm going to think nobody practices goal setting. Anybody practice goal setting? Let me know in the chat. Not seeing anything yet. So we're going to talk about smarter goals. So I'm sure everybody's heard about SMART goals, but we, of course, as a startup specialist, we got to add a little spice to it. ER. So what does that stand for? Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, time-bound, and then the ER is evaluate and readjust. Your goals need to meet all of those. So example of a SMART goal that we have for the startup specialist is to transform the lives of 1,000 people through our 30 days to start your business course by December 31st, 2021. Stay tuned, y'all. Yes, we're launching a course about how you can transform your life and you can start a business in 30 days. It's going to be exciting. And that is what our SMART goals. And we will be evaluating how we're reaching those goals and if we need to readjust. The next thing is calendar. Y'all, I'm sure you've heard what isn't documented doesn't get done. Well, for me, if it's not in my calendar, it doesn't happen. So I engage you to schedule time on your calendar for what's important, whether that is massage, whether that's reading time, reflection, improving or sharpening up your resume, sleep. Yes, I even schedule my sleep. It is important. Y'all think I just wake up like this? Yes, I have to schedule my beauty rest, of course. So yes, you got to make sure you have a calendar to make sure things get done. We only got 12 months, short amount of time to make sure we accomplish everything we need to get done in 2021. The next thing, accountability. What are you doing to ensure you did what you said you were going to do? So I have some suggestions. Make it public. Post it on your social media. Tell a friend. Have it out there in the atmosphere so when you feel like, I really don't want to do it, or I'm a little fearful, I'm a little afraid, I'm a little scared. I already said I was going to do it. I already told people I was going to do it. I got to do it. I've already put myself out there. Another thing is put dates and time frames on things. I've noticed that when you put a date on something, it makes it real. So when we say, you know what, hey, December 30th, we're going to do a masterclass. We're going to talk with people. We're going to engage with people. We're going to tell people about how to set yourself up and set your goals right for 2021 and beyond. These tactics and strategies can be taken into the rest of your life. But we put a date on it and we said, you know what, we're going to do it. Another thing, invest. Yes, invest money. Okay, pause, rewind. So before the pandemic hit, I was going to this, I call it Fancy Pantsy Gym in Houston. And it was a private gym. They charged me an arm and a leg. And I was in shape, y'all. In shape. I was getting it. And I was going like 5 or 6 days a week. People are like, why you go so often? Because it was so expensive. So when you invest in something, it again gives you that reason to come back, because you now have to get your money back. I got to get my money's worth. So I engage everyone who's listening and at the sound of my voice to invest in yourself. It's your commitment to you, and you are your best asset. So invest in yourself this upcoming 12 months. And if it's training, if it's coaching, if it's reading, if it's self-care, invest in you. You are your greatest asset. And believing bigger. Are your goals big? Do they make you uncomfortable? So I have a book recommendation for everyone, and it's called Believe Bigger. Discover the Path to Your Life Purpose. And it's by Marshawn Evans. And I really just want to leave you with this thought for this section. If your goals don't make you stretch, and if your goals don't take you madly out of your comfort zone, give you a little kind of like, woo, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to go for it, then they're not big enough. So my friends, everyone listening, do it scared. Do it afraid. There's also a book on that as well. And next is self-care. Y'all, this is my favorite topic. This is my favorite topic of the night. And there's this quote by 𝐂𝐿𝐒, "Love yourself, girl, or nobody will." That's from that song, Crooked Smile. So most people haven't heard this, but today I want to tell you it's okay to be selfish. And when I say selfish, I say self-love, self-compassion, self-worth, self-value, self-care, and self-joy. It's a whole statement. It's a whole state of being. It's a whole state of being. So I have this fun exercise. It's called segment intending. So I'll share with you how I found out about this exercise. It's a prep for your day, and it helps you to figure out, the flow and the way you want your day to roll out every day. So, okay, close your eyes. Now, don't go to sleep now. Close your eyes, though, and we're going to walk through what a segment intending exercise is. So I'm going to close my eyes with you so I can imagine it as well. So basically, close your eyes. And because it's nighttime, we're going to assume that or pretend that it's tomorrow morning. So it's something to do when you first wake up in the morning to make sure your day flows just like you want it. So you wake up in the morning. It's December 31st. It is the last day of the year. You wake up feeling well rested. You wake up, you have your morning coffee, tea, water, juice. You hydrate. You're feeling good. You are excited about the day that's ahead. You have a lovely commute to work. Or maybe today's the day you have off, and you're just enjoying the day with family and friends and prepping for your New Year's celebration. So if you're at work goes smoothly. Everyone's in a positive, jovial mood. After you get to work, you have your lunch, taste the lunch, fabulous lunch. It's something you packed yourself and you were excited to eat it. You know what? You get to leave work early. You leave work early because they're like, oh, it's the holiday. It's New Year's Eve. You leave work. You have a beautiful ride back home. You even let the window down, let the fresh air on your face because it's 60 something degrees on December 31st. You get home, you see your loved ones, you play with the dog, you hug your family members, and you are in such a spirit and a mood, a feeling of just gratitude because you made it. You made it to December 31st, 2020. one of the hardest years in American history, and not even American history, world history, and you are just filled with gratitude. You watch the abbreviated ball drop and you just say, you know what? It's midnight. I made it. And then you go to bed and you go to bed with a smile on your face, with a restful smiles. You just smiling into your sleep. And you know what? And then you wake up and it's a new day. It's January 1 and you can open your eyes. But I want to just remind you all that when you practice this, when you practice, you know what? I'm going to have a great day. When you practice this and you think about this the first thing in the morning, how everything is going to roll out the way you want it to, with intention of how you want it to. If anything that doesn't go quite right, you've already said in your head, you know what? Things are great. Today is a good day. You've already set your mind on that when you first woke up. So any little hiccup, it doesn't throw you off. And I engage everyone to start practicing those segment intending exercises, because the person who shared this, or I learned this from, is from the Vishen Lakhiani. He has the book called The Code of the Extraordinary Mind. Go read that. And he says, perfect days create perfect months create perfect years, and perfect years create perfect lives. You can have what you want. You can have things roll out and happen. And it's really some law of attraction. It's really law of attraction and manifesting what you want your day and your life to be like. So since we talked about how we want our days to move on, we're going to talk about morning routines. Okay. This is something to commit to yourself to do daily, even on the weekend. So your morning routine, if you don't have an hour, start with 20 minutes. Always start from where you are. Start with what you could do when you first wake up in the morning. So here's something I suggest. So first thing when you wake up in the morning, hydrate. Give me a one in the chat. Give me a one in the chat if the first thing you do when you wake up is you like, I'm going to get me something to drink. Do you know that you dehydrate and you burn calories while you sleep? Yeah. Give me a one in the chat if you're like, the first thing when I wake up in the morning, I drink a glass of water or a glass of orange juice or my coffee, whatever. Make sure the first thing you do is hydrate yourself. The next thing is I recommend a guided meditation. So there's some 5-minute meditations, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. It's all based on how much time that you have. So one of the things that I do is I just use the YouTube University, aka YouTube, and I do some of their guided meditations. And it's really powerful when you're trying to work on your breath. It's powerful when you're working on your anxiety, your stress. If you have some nerves about a presentation or some big event coming up, great thing to do. The next thing I do is gratitude. Journaling in my journaling for me has been very uplifting. It's been a way for me to express myself, and it's been a way for me to just really feel a weight lifted off. And when I can write all the things that I'm grateful for, it just makes my heart leap. It makes my heart feel good. I heard Oprah Winfrey say that you can't be sad and in a state of gratitude at the same time. So it's very powerful practice. And this is also time for, if you have a spiritual practice, if it's prayer, that's a great time also to incorporate that. And then stretching. Yes, getting that morning stretch, getting all those crooks out your neck, getting those arms loose. Yes, it is a great time too. And if you have time to get a workout, a run in, that's even better. I know sometimes it's a little, people are a little strapped for time in the morning with family, with kids, and just kind of getting out the door. So start from where you are. But just to give you a recap, hydrate, meditation, gratitude, journaling, and getting some type of body movement first thing in the morning. The next thing is disconnect. There are so many outside influences. You have to really focus on, how do I block out the noise? There's so much noise. And because of social media, it's like always, what is going on over here? What's this person doing over there? Let's multitask. And it's really helpful sometimes to just really have no social. I know it's hard. I know it's hard, especially with Clubhouse out now. It's addicting, y'all. It is so addicting. But it's very helpful sometimes to just sit with your thoughts and disconnect and just be one with yourself. And because you can get a lot of overwhelm with all of the noise, with everything going on. And that brings me to the 3 R's: rest, relax, and recharge. So important. So important. And I'm sure you all have heard, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Make sure you have your own cup full. Make sure that you take time to rest. Make sure you take time to relax. And there's a lot of great things that you can do. I know it's a little limited with it being a little colder outside, but even if it's wrapping up, taking a walk, if it's taking a nice warm bath, if it's reading, we're giving you book recommendations all night. So you got a lot of different books to check out. But take some time to regroup, take some time to rest, relax, and be grateful and gracious to yourself. And as you're improving yourself, we're going to move on to personal development.
Yes. So this section is obviously about personal development. And that's essentially where you develop, or you do activities to develop your capabilities that improve your life. All right. So the goal here is growth. So have you ever heard the phrase, or this is one of my favorite phrases, if you knew me yesterday, you don't know me today because I grow daily. And that's essentially what personal development is. It's becoming better today than you were yesterday. So, how to practice self development. The first thing you can do is reading. That's pretty simple, but there's a lot of ways you can do it now that people don't think about. Like, for instance, have any of you gone to a library recently? Just put it in the chat. Have you gone to a library recently? If your answer is no, well, me neither. But they do have this awesome app now called what's it called? Sorry, Overdrive, where you can download any book, just like a Kindle you would, and you can just read it for like a month. So if you, for whatever reason, don't want to buy it on Kindle or iBook, it's free.
Did I hear
Free.com.
Free is for me.
Free is for me right there on Overdrive. So second, we have Audible. So Raven and I go back and forth about whether Audible is something for us or not. But I will say, if you're busy and you can't sit down and read, Audible is a great option. If you're cooking, if you're driving, if you just can't sit down and read and want to still pour into yourself, a great option. And then Kindle and iBook. I have Kindle Unlimited. They have a bunch of free material there, fiction, nonfiction, and a lot of self-help, a lot of personal development books that can get you started on your journey to whatever it is you want, to a business, to a successful career, or in life. And then we have Blinkist. So it's essentially where they give summaries of books. So if you don't want to read a full book, or you're not sure if you do, that will give you a good summary. And I recommend it for those topics where you don't really need the in-depth explanation, but you want to just learn those key points from the book and then move on. So definitely check that out. It's pricey, but it may be worth it for you if you want to consume a lot of information without having to read a long, drawn-out book. And lastly, on this section of reading, we have a few recommendations for you as new business owners, or people want to move forward in their career, or whatever stage you are in your life. We have Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. We have The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. We have The 4-Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss. And we have How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. The great things about these books is they're all free on YouTube. Someone uploaded them as audiobooks and they're free. So if you don't have all the rest of those, go check out these. These will give you a good foundation just for mindset in general, but definitely to start you on your personal development journey. So another thing that you should do to develop yourself is daily motivation and inspiration. And I know you've heard the saying that if not being where you want to be should be motivation enough. And while I do agree with that to an extent, I believe you have to put in that time daily, because just like showering and taking a bath doesn't last forever, neither does motivation. So just make sure you're checking in with yourself and filling that cup when you need to, because just like, everyone falls short sometime. Give yourself that motivation. Find something that works for you and just plug in. Like I know Raven listens to, I think, E.T. the hip hop preacher. So every now,
I
whatever your
do.
inspiration, yeah, whatever your inspiration is, like I like Impact Theory on YouTube. Check that out. Do your motivation. So next thing is training and courses. So there are a lot of different ways you can fulfill yourself. And Raven mentioned this earlier, like YouTube University. There's a lot of free courses on there, a lot of free information. And outside of entertaining and makeup videos, there's actually some valuable stuff on there. Would you know it? So instead of binge watching makeup videos or cat videos, whatever you're doing, you can actually get some good personal development on there. Um, Next, I have blogs. People don't think about that much because they think blog is like of the early 2000s, but blogs are not dead. And if you look at a site like Pinterest, there is millions of blogs on every subject. If you want to play piano, if you want to start Pinterest, if you want to become big on Facebook groups, anything you can think of, there's blogs on it, and you can get a lot of information for free that'll help you at least get started and give you the basic information. We utilize LinkedIn Learning and Udemy. They both have courses on there done by experts or people with a lot of experience in that subject, where you can just get a bunch of information. And I think LinkedIn is around $30, and most courses on Udemy are under $500. So they're pretty affordable. But eventually, if you want to grow and get to the next level, you're going to have to pay some bigger sums, but it's okay because it's worth it to invest in yourself. All right. And now I'm going to go into coaching. So everyone needs coaching for their personal development and growth. And we do offer a coaching program. It's going to be more on that later. We'll get all into that. So excited about that. But are you liking this training? Is it helpful? Then you need coaching. Everyone needs coaching. Never be afraid to invest in yourself. And coaching is one great way to do that. If you're liking what you're hearing here, it's a good sign that coaching would be of a benefit to you. So lastly, in this section, we're getting into networking. And have you ever heard the phrase, your network is your net worth? Well, that's true. And tips for effective networking, essentially, my biggest tip is always give more than you expect to receive in networking. And Raven mentioned this a few times, but if you want to dive into networking very quickly, if you're not on the Clubhouse app, get on it. We've come in contact with so many phenomenal people in the last few days. You would be surprised. So, and also we're going to like kind of dive in head first come the new year on Clubhouse. So make sure you follow us on there. I believe Raven is Raven M. Harris and I'm Lindsey RH. So follow us. We are going to be doing a lot of stuff on Clubhouse come the new year. And also if you're not on Clubhouse yet, just let us know that you want to DM us or something. Let us know you want to get in, and we'll let you in off the waiting room. No problem. All right. So now we are going into purpose and vision. So as you see on here, I have a headline that says purpose equals passion plus your strength. So what does that mean? So passion, that's what you enjoy doing every day for free. So just in the comment section, what do you enjoy doing for free? What do you do all day, every day? And then your strength is, what are you great at without even trying? So it's something you're great at. You don't even have to try. Like you just woke up like this, and that's just your strength. That's your talent. Okay, think about that. Start thinking about that. And then if you find where these intersect, you'll likely find your purpose. So we're going to do a quick activity. I need you to draw a Venn diagram. I drew a picture just in case y'all forgot what it looks like. Can y'all see that? So I just need you to draw 2 circles that overlap on one side.
Yes, I see it. We see it. Thank you.
Okay, no worries. On one side, I needed to say passion. And on the other side, I needed to say strengths. And in the middle, I want to say purpose. So I'll give you all a few minutes to think about that and to write some stuff down. And while you're doing it, I'll give you an example, but just be writing it down. So passion on one side, strength on the other, and purpose in the middle. So for the example, I have the strength being cooking. So you can cook it up and you can fix some food. You can throw it in the kitchen. Your passion is you love watching cooking shows. Like, do you watch MasterClass or Hell's Kitchen? You love watching those shows. And then you love critiquing food as well. So for that example, your purpose could be to start your own restaurant, or it could be to start your own cooking channel on YouTube or your own how-to videos on cooking. Okay? So, does anybody want to volunteer and say what their passion, strength, and purpose is? We'll look for it in the chat for a few minutes. What did everyone come up with?
I'll go first while we're waiting. So,
Yes.
one of my passions is empowering people to start releasing self-limiting beliefs. And one of my strengths is public speaking. I enjoy engaging and talking with people. I enjoy getting to know people and really being able to pour and empower their lives. So, a purpose for me is to coach people through their transitions as they transition from one career to another career, one industry to another industry, and or if they're under experiencing some life transitions. And I love doing it. I love talking with people and I love helping them navigate those different transitions and to navigate those transitions boldly with power and with confidence.
Awesome. So we have a reply here from Dr. Carla. She says she's an audiologist, and my passion is serving people with hearing impairments to have a better quality of life. That's awesome, Ms. Carla. Dr. Carla.
Love it. Love it.
So now I'll share mine. So my passion, for a few of them, I love helping people. I love watching shows like Shark Tank and The Profit. And I love YouTube channels like what I mentioned earlier, like Sleep is for Suckers, Impact Theory. I can literally watch those all day. I love everything, wealth building, business strategy. I love that stuff. And then my strengths, I'm innovative, I'm a problem solver, I'm a futuristic thinker, and I'm creative when it comes to ideas. I'm creative in some ways, not with art stuff, like that's Raven's area of genius, that artsy stuff. She's really creative. Like if you see our posts and stuff, that's all her with her little creative genius, but I'm creative when it comes to ideas, not with artsy stuff. So my purpose from that is to become an influential serial entrepreneur so that I can help others do the same thing. And I plan on doing that through investing in small businesses or up and coming businesses. I plan on doing that through training new business owners and through mentoring people. So that's my purpose. Now, to close out this section, most people believe that self-actualization is the highest form of fulfillment, but I believe that helping others is. When you've fully taken care of yourself and you've reached your fullest potential and you can help others reach that same thing, I believe there's no greater feeling. So my purpose comes full circle with the starter specialist purpose insofar as we want to help people gain time and money freedom by following their dreams, whatever that may be. My question to you is, are you going to be walking into your purpose come 2021. Put a 1 in the chat if you plan on doing the same thing. If you plan on walking into your purpose in 2021. Remember this, if nothing changes, nothing changes. You have,
Say that again. Say that again.
if nothing changes, guess what? Nothing changes. You have to take action. We know you're scared. We know you have concerns. We know you're out of your comfort zone. Guess what our reply is? Do it anyway. Remember, fear has 2 meanings. It's either forget everything and run, or it's face everything and rise. The choice is yours. I know what we're choosing. We're choosing to face everything that comes to us.
I love that.
And knock it
Face
over.
everything and rise.
Mm-hmm. The choice is yours.
Face everything.
And just in
rise.
case.
Yes, yes.
Yep. Face everything and rise. So just in case you were worried about what other people think of you moving into this new year, into this new season of your life, let me give you a few steps. And I know you are, because I've had self-limiting beliefs. Raven's had self-limiting beliefs. And we have to tell ourselves sometimes, you know what? We got this. So just a few steps. All the people you're worried about, none of them pay your bills. Their opinions cannot pay your bills going into 2021 or any other year. So forget their opinions. It doesn't matter. Lastly, this is a pretty crazy stat. I don't know if you knew this. On average, only 7 people will cry at your funeral. Only 7. And most of them, when they find out you died, they won't even come. And whether or not they'll go to see you buried, it's they determine that based on what the weather's like. So if it's raining, they're not going to see you lowered into the ground. So all of these people, you're worried about their opinions. They wouldn't even cry at your funeral. They wouldn't loan you $5. So why are you worried about them? Why are you letting the opinions of others stop you from living your wildest dreams? You shouldn't. So you just say no to that. And you should walk into your purpose in 2021, starting today and every day. So in a few days, you'll be on page 1 of your 365-day journey. What you gonna do with it? So I'm gonna let Raven close it out.
So if this was valuable to you, we ask that you share this. Share this with a friend, share it with an enemy. Like, hey, tighten up in 2021. And we want to invite you to make 2021 great with us, partner with us, work alongside with us. And you can start first by making sure you share with everyone what our mission is, what our values are, what our goals are as we help build other entrepreneurs and as we help build people's mindsets. We are super excited about going into this 2021. And we ask that, follow us, engage with us, talk with us. And you know what? Give yourself a pat on the back for making it through one of the toughest years and for making it through and the end of this masterclass. And we are right at time. And I just want to close and say, you know what? How can you connect with us? We are the Startup Specialists everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all social media. We are the Startup Specialists. We'll be having monthly masterclasses. So pat yourself on the back for being a part of the inaugural masterclass. Woohoo! Yes, so this is the inaugural masterclass, and we will start with masterclasses in January. We have something real juicy and sweet coming up the end of January. So stay tuned. Follow us on social, engage with us, go to our website so you can find out when we have all of the great stuff coming out and see what some of the collaborations are. Also, too, if you want to collaborate with us, if you have some ideas that you're like, hey, have you thought about this? Have you considered this? Have you connected with that person? Shoot us a DM or shoot us an email. You can email us at support at thestartupspecialist.com. And we're specialists with an S, STS. So support at thestartupspecialist.com. You can DM us at the Startup Specialist, and that's a great way. Also, too, we offer complimentary, yes, again, free consultations. If anything tonight was of value to you, if anything, if you got one nugget from tonight, share it with someone. Let someone know. If you think this can be valuable to some of your friends, your colleagues, let someone know. This will be up on YouTube, and they can go back and reference it, get some of the book ideas, get some of the mindset ideas, the goal setting ideas. And also, too, if you're interested in talking with us further, like, hey, they talked about setting up websites. Hey, they talked about funnels. Hey, they talked about branding. We've been through multiple photo shoots. So if you're looking to get new photo shoots or headshots, hey, I'm curious to know, how do I prepare for my first photo shoot? We have complimentary consultations, and that's an opportunity for you to get to know us, us to get to know you, and to see how we can partner together to make 2021 your best year yet. And last but not least, we offer individualized coaching. And I say this because one of the things that sets us apart as a startup specialist, I don't know that I know we had some people join late, but we help new and aspiring entrepreneurs, and anyone that's not an entrepreneur. If we said something tonight that resonated with you, we can help you as well. And one thing that is of super value is that our coaching is customized. We do very customized coaching based on your specific needs. It's not cookie cutter. It's not, oh, well, this person does it like this. Week 1, we do this. Week 2, we do that. No, our framework is very customized to meet your needs and the needs of your business, and or if you're the CEO of you and you're branding you. So how do I put me, my best foot forward? We help with that as well. So again, we want to thank you so much for playing all out with us tonight. We don't want to thank you for joining. We want to thank you for participating in the chat. It was fun. We want to wish you a happy, happy, happy new year, a prosperous new year, and a year full with abundance. Again, thank you so much for your time, and you all have a great night.